Yeah, so Anwaar, my best buddy out here. We've known each other for about 7.5 years, man. Super fucking cool. So where you from, Anwaar? I think I know LA, right? But
Culver City, born in Inglewood.
Culver City, Inglewood, up to no good.
Moved out to here in the Valley and this is sophomore in '92.
So tell me about out there though. That's the 50s, right? The
60s.
60s.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You talking about affiliation wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are 60s. That's my family's all 60s.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit.
So yeah, when I was living in Culver City, I went to in middle school. I went to Overwright or Oroville, right? I went to Overwright, and my sister went to Westchester.
Hold on, it's really called Orville, right? But y'all say Overwright?
We say Overwright.
Damn, dog, I've heard of that school before, and
Really?
nobody would ever think it was Orville right.
Yeah,
the way
Orville
y'all
right.
say it.
Yeah, we just got Overwright.
Yeah, they don't even sound like the same words. But hey, our country ass from the South, same shit, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that's funny. I bet people think that name is really different.
I did. I thought that was the name.
Who the fuck is
no?
Orville?
Yeah. I think it's like.
Why are they even the fucking thing? It's a North Carolina people. I don't even know why.
I think it's something to do with like maybe I think they had something to do with aviation.
Nah,
maybe
they're the first
Wright
fucking
brothers.
planes. Yeah, but why? But that's in North Carolina. Kitty Hawk, North Carolina was the.
Yeah, the Wright brothers, Orville. Yeah.
Yeah, Orville and Wilbur. Wilbur? Right. I think his name was Wilbur.
I never connected the two. I never connected that with Overwright and then the Wright brothers. Yeah.
Yeah, but why is that a thing? That doesn't make sense. It's maybe they made their way out to fucking LA. I don't know.
Yeah.
So what's up with that? How was that?
Those were two 60s schools. So that's how my family. I mean, even it goes even generations before that, but I think that's how my family got affiliated with that. It's probably through those schools. And my sister went to Westchester. That was all NBT, which is nothing but trouble. They're still around. They're active, like super active. And then and they're like a clique off of 60s, from what I understand. No, they are. That's what it's always been. They were an attacking crew called Nothing But Trouble. I wanted to be there from when I was a little kid.
Nothing but trouble.
Nothing but trouble. Yeah, they were attacking crew. So they weren't quite the gangsters, but now the gangsters. Now modern times they're gangsters now, but they used not to be. They
Graduate into the role, right?
Yeah, they used to just be like kind of the understudies of the 60s that were just taggers, the youngsters, but now they're full on gangsters and they're their own gang now. So I think there's still a branch of 60s though.
That's interesting. Yeah, we don't even want to talk about the politics of all that, bro. But yeah. I actually found myself at the randomly. I was at a pawn shop out there in South Central, and we're looking at the TV, and it was Nipsey's funeral, right? And they're like, bro, you might want to dip from here because it's about to get thick out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I did the other thing. I was like, where's it at? I went into it, bro, and I was right there on Slauson and like what's that other main road?
Which one? What city?
Crenshaw and Slauson, bro. I'm right there, bro. I ended up right there, and I literally couldn't even drive anymore because the procession was coming through, you know? That shit was so live, bro.
It looked presidential, huh?
Presidential, bro. It was crazy. When I say crazy, I mean, it was crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there was just wall-to-wall people partying in the street all day, and then here comes the procession. It was presidential, bro. It was. I gotta say, super respect, man, for that dude, man. And you know, I didn't really know much about him before, but then when you start listening to the inspirational like quotes and stuff, you know, it's like, damn, buddy was next level with that.
Nipsey was dope. He
with that moving fucking smooth shit, you know.
Nipsey was dope. Now I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it more real than the average person would be willing to keep or will ever keep. But Nipsey was dope. Like the first time I like really like noticed one of his dope verses was on You Broke with YG. I didn't even know who Nipsey was.
I'm gonna throw in a Nipsey song right here, bro. I like Grinding All My Life. What you say?
That was good. Grinding All My Life.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows that one. But
so Nipsey, I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember him being on the map the way he is now. He was always dope, but I remember when he came and performed out in Indio probably about 10 years ago, and people were talking shit. People were like
talking shit.
They were talking shit about Nipsey, saying that he was whack and like
60s.
No,
people out there in Indio.
No, just people who went to the concert.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
the fans, they were talking shit. They like
He didn't get rave reviews off top.
No, they were like disrespecting.
But he's a certain really.
Yeah, and then he passed, and then now those same people are praising him like Tupac. Now I'm not. In my personal opinion, I think he's dope. I thought he was dope since I heard him on "You Broke," and then what's that other song? I forget. He's a dope lyricist. His delivery, his cadences, everything is dope. I think he's a dope rapper. But my point is that
it's definitely some LA
I didn't know
shit.
who he was. To your original point, I didn't know who he was until he passed.
Right. Yeah. I think that was the case with a lot of people, to be honest with you. You know,
people weren't praising him the way they do now before he passed. From what I see as a DJ,
right?
I didn't see it. I didn't see it until he passed. I'm not saying that he's not worthy of that praise, but I didn't see it until he passed.
That's how it goes sometimes, right?
Yeah,
kind of crazy. Because it's the same fucking music. It's the exact same fucking music. You know what I'm saying? It's just exact same music. Like, there's no difference at all. But now Buddy's not here, and it's like...
Same thing they did with Pac, same thing with Prince, Michael Jackson, everybody.
I mean, but it blew up, though. You know what I mean? More people got ears on it, and then it blew up because of that, you know? I mean, that might just be simple numbers right there.
The record companies like it that way because they want you. They make more money off of your death.
That's
than anything.
Crazy.
So a lot of times the record companies, they'll set it up to where they'll create conflicts and beefs. They want you to get off because you're worth more dead alive. You're going to sell more records after you die than you do with your record with a label. Then they get to drop you and grab another artist to replace you with. So they want you to die.
You know, I've always wondered about Puffy setting Big up. You know what I'm saying? Because he was gonna dip on Puffy, bro. Puff was lame as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like dancing and sparkly and shit.
Take that big ass teeth. Big ass
ugly as a motherfucker, man. Teeth. And just acting like he's just a man, and the real motherfuckers doing the real. You know what I mean? Hold it down. He just dancing in front of him and shit. It's like, man, come on.
Goofy as hell.
Goofy as fuck, dog. Sparkling and shit. Yep. Fake sparkles on the fucking video. Yeah. The fucking outfit ain't enough, bro. You gotta put fake sparkles. Yeah, and then the fucking noise of like sparkles and shit.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. But turns out he's a pretty cold motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I think he really did do something big. They say he had something to do with Pac.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. Because, like you said, worth more dead than fucking, especially if he's going to leave your ass. Shit. And maybe take some of his catalog, too.
Yep.
Shit. So I wouldn't put that past Puffy, bro. Not even for a second. I never did. I thought there was always a weirdo behind that little fresh motherfucker, you know.
Puffy was behind it. I mean, all the information's out now. Puffy was behind it. Keefy D, all that. Like, all that shit's out.
The Tupac shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why'd y'all move from there, man? What, like, just the roughness of it? So we live out in this place called J Tree. I just say J Tree. But it is super peaceful, super chill.
Joshua Tree's on the map, though.
Yeah.
All over the world.
People know where J Tree is, yeah. So we live a little outside the shit, but it don't matter. Whatever. But, so why'd y'all move out here? What was the deal with that?
It was nothing about LA or anything. It was cool. We liked it out there. My godparents that I had when I was a kid, we lost contact with them, and my mom had ran into somebody at the bank when I was like in middle school or high school. Ran into somebody who knew somebody, bro. Ran into somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody. Put us in contact, and they were living out in Yucca Valley at the time. So they're like, "Oh, good to hear from you guys. You know, let's reunite. Come out here for Thanksgiving dinner." So came up here, drove up this hill. We had never seen nothing like any of this shit. The Morongo grade going up it. We had never seen such a big. We were laying in the back of the pickup truck, coming up there in front of shit. Yep, nighttime, middle of the night, road trip, little kids. Snacks,
that must have been crazy, dog. Crazy fucking
cover.
Stars and stuff.
Yeah, it had a tunnel cover, but we had it open, but we could see, and we never seen nothing like that. Being from LA, we're like, this is crazy. We had our blankets, little kids and shit. You know, handheld video games, long ass road trip. We're living the life. Then we get up there, the weather, dropped because it was cold. It was December, or it was November, and we're like, this is different. So anyway, long story short, my mom, we got there Thanksgiving Eve, My mom fell in love with it, and by Christmas we were living there.
No shit.
And yeah, in 1 month.
Less than a month.
Yes,
Boom,
we
boom.
were out of LA, out of our schools, and we were living in Yucca Valley.
Nice, dude.
Been there ever since. That was December of '92. We moved
December
there.
of '92. So just straight up, like, yeah, I get it, bro.
We came to visit it.
Y'all weren't uncomfortable in LA, but this is like a cool place. I love it too.
My mom liked the weather, the rabbits and coyotes, and it wasn't a city. It was small. It was super quiet. There's no traffic. No, you never see emergency vehicles. So she loved that.
No traffic. No emergencies.
Yep. So it was right after that big earthquake, because Kmart was still knocked down. All these places were still knocked down. So yeah, it was a change of scenery. She was like, man, this is our new home. We're moving out here. So my sister and me, we hated it because we had to leave our schools, and we hated the change. My mom loved it. She was like, deal with it. And then, ironically,
probably not too many black folks out here.
No, we were like me and my sister were two of, I think, like 8 or 9 black people at the school.
All right.
And then and it wasn't easy. But about 3 years later, my mom decided that she hated up here. She left, moved back to LA. I was 17. I had loved it by that time. I had all my friends, and I asked my mom. The U-Haul truck was packed up, ready to move back to LA the next morning. I got to hang out with my friends one last time. We're drinking Mickey's on the half pipe. All my friends were there. My little goodbye thing. And the drunker we got, the more crazy our ideas got. Finally, my friend Ernesto was like, just ask your mom if you could just stay out here. You just live with me and him and his baby's mom, his girlfriend, and their family. Like, just move in with us. I was like, dude, my mom said, I wasn't even 18 yet. She's like, she's never gonna go for that. So I called her and asked her, and she was like, you sure? And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah. So she let me unpack my stuff in the U-Haul. Took the U-Haul to his house, unpacked the stuff that I needed. The rest she put in storage, and she went to LA. Hug and kiss goodbye. I stayed up in Yucca Valley. Been here ever since.
Damn.
Moved out when I was 17.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yep.
Well, she got bored out here, huh?
She got bored. She wasn't making no money. It wasn't what she thought it was. Kind of like when you go on a vacation somewhere,
Right.
like, this is cool for a couple days, but I can never live here.
Right.
She was cool here for a couple days.
She didn't realize that part of it. Yeah, because it is beautiful, and it's not.
is.
But it's not for everybody. It's very solitary, and I'm lucky I met Anwaar. I had a fucking friend. I got a couple more friends out here, but he was the more positive. You know, fucking KT and all them, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit with them boys every day. I love them, but they still doing the same shit 7 years. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, there's not much to do out here. But I love it. That's what I needed. You know what I'm saying? That's what I needed in my point in life. Yeah.
I can't do this in the city.
Nah, bro. And I love the solitary. I love the beautiful solitariness of it out here. It's just so. It's incredibly peaceful. Yeah. Like you said, there's no traffic. There's no fucking. You don't hear sirens out here, bro.
Yep.
I mean, when you do, you're like, uh-oh, somebody fucked up, because it's not often. Not a bunch of car crashes. It's just peaceful.
Yep.
And the weather's pretty nice, like 6 months out of the year. It's hot 3 months, hot as fuck. And it's pretty cold as well for 3 months out of the year, but it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful, man. I mean, look at this right here. Look at this. Incredible, no? That's just a drive leaving town.
That's crazy. 64 degrees, and I just turned the AC on.
It's because the sun.
We both got on big ass hoodies and shit.
The sun's beating down on us. It's coming through, and the glass roof, you know. Even though it's nice and tinted, though. But so yeah, you was in a band and stuff. Tell me about that, bro. So you stayed out here. How'd that go? It worked out.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously you're still out here.
After a while, it did.
Yeah, that's not so easy, right? Your plans don't usually fucking come to fruition when you're 17 at the fucking half pipe making life, you know what I mean?
It worked out. I ended up
a couple months, right? It's like, get the fuck out of here. I can't live, you know. It's like, uh-oh, now I'm fucking homeless again. Yeah, so tell me about that, bro, please.
I just started working. I started, we're partiers though, but I picked up a little job at the convalescent hospital. I wasn't making much. I was probably making $169 every 2 weeks or something. I don't know. I wasn't paying no bills or nothing back then, so it didn't really matter. But that started off me becoming an adult. I've been on my own, and I've always been a hustler though. I've never really been one to work like normal jobs. I've always been a hustler. Right.
Anwar's a DJ. When we met, he was DJing in like the most popular club in Palm Springs, killing it every fucking night, 4 nights a week. So when did you start DJing and drumming?
I started drumming when I was.
Is that the right way to say it? Drumming, being a drummer?
Being a drummer or drumming, yeah.
All right.
I started drumming when I was about 6 or 7.
Really?
6 or 7. Yeah, I
So
got my
before
first
you got
drum
out
set.
here, you're already thumping on.
Oh
them,
yeah, I was.
yeah.
This is back in the 80s, back when I was still in elementary school.
Did you have a family member that played drums that you?
Well, my dad was. He wasn't a drummer. He was a pretty popular musician though.
Really?
Yeah, he was with Casablanca Records. He
I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool.
Yeah, he played with a lot of people. He played with Platypus, Our Players. He was managed by Donna Summers and Roberta Flack in the 70s. He was with Casablanca Records. He wrote Dancing in the Moonlight for Michael Jackson, which no one ever got paid for.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, he was a pretty big name. He was label mates with Kiss, Genesis, Yes, a bunch of big bands from Ohio.
Damn,
He was from
dude.
Dayton, Ohio. Yeah, so I was born into music. It's in my blood. My dad was pretty popular.
That's cool, man. What was his name? Do you want to say his name?
Yeah, he was Larry Hines.
Larry Hines. That's cool, man. I had a feeling, bro, because you're a pretty cool dude and, musically inclined. Very musically inclined.
Yeah,
That doesn't just happen
family.
randomly, bro. So you've been playing since you were 6?
About 6 or 7 is my earliest memory. And then DJing, I started that in 1990.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in the marching band at that time in Culver City Middle School. Or maybe high school, maybe about middle school. And I was really into like rapping and dancing and hip hop and all that. So I got my mom's old record players, like every other kid that starts DJing. Got their
Scratching
record.
it up and shit.
I was trying. I was doing it all wrong. In hindsight, I was doing it way wrong. But yeah, I was got a bunch of house speakers. Got some plywood from a little construction site down the street from my house that I stole. I'm not proud of it, but I did. We made some skateboard ramps out of it too. But I built a coffin out of that wood. Had some old record players that didn't match. I rigged up shit any way I could. I had it rigged up all wrong too, because I was running a receiver to another receiver and using that receiver as an amp.
Right.
And then I was cross wiring it to create somewhat of a distortion in it, which
On purpose?
Yeah, on purpose, because it added volume to it. So I was jerry wiring shit
that shit
to make it. Yeah, it didn't have a buzz or anything. It just severely amplified the music. I don't know how I figured it out, but I did.
That's funny.
And so yeah, so I was playing. Yeah, back then I was into like the Juice soundtrack, MC8, and who else? Crisscross. Yeah, so that's what I.
And you had
started me
records.
DJing. I had records.
And you had records.
Two
That's
Live
cool.
Crew. My mom burned that record though. It was my sister's record. She burned that like with literal flames.
Like burned it.
Yoga
literally.
Flame. Yep.
Yoga
So-
Flame, that motherfucker.
Yeah, Beastie Boys. So that's stuff that I was spinning back then. I was not a real DJ by any version of the name DJ, but that's how I got my start. I DJ'd my first party at, I want to say, probably 13 years old.
Nice, bro. Some juice shit.
Yeah.
That's cool, bro.
That was a shit. That soundtrack, what song was it? Sex, Money, and Power. Was it?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't remember the juice
Yeah.
soundtrack.
Sex, Money.
Homeboy Danny Wood, though. That motherfucker.
Yeah, it was Sex, Money, and Power, I think, or something like that. I think it was MC8 and I don't remember who else. It was dope though. I should put it on.
That's funny, bro.
Yeah.
How crazy. So you were in a band too, right?
Yeah.
You're like a traveling
Yeah.
moved around?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I played with the California Celts and Warsaw Poland Bros. Celtic, Scottish. We did like Scottish. We did like reggae, ska. This band was responsible for the third wave of ska after, they say hip hop did. Hip hop's dead and it comes back. So ska had died, and then our band, of course, before I was in it, they've been around. They've been touring the nation since like late 90s, early 2000s. But yeah, they were responsible for the third wave of ska.
Like before Sublime, after Sublime? Around the same time,
Yeah,
huh?
they may have been before Sublime, honestly.
Really?
They may have been.
That's
I don't
slick.
know. Yeah, possibly.
Nice, bro.
But yeah, they're the number one ska band in Honolulu and Seattle, Washington at that time. Anyway, when I was in the band.
So you guys bounce around there, Hawaii and.
I missed that tour. I left the band right before their next Hawaii tour. I missed the Canada tour and the Hawaii tour, which I really wanted to do both.
Why'd you leave?
My daughter was about to be born. I left the band in 2010, and my daughter was born in 2011. It was fun though. Anytime I like popped up on, if they were playing somewhere, I popped up. It was cool because they always, hey, come jump on drums. I'll jump up there and play a couple songs.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, it's always love.
That sounds
Whenever I see
fun.
them. I've been wanting to go see them. They're playing. I mean, all over. They're playing San Diego live. They're playing out here.
Really?
Yeah, they're all over. It'll be fun to go play. That's what we should do. We should go watch them one night.
Well,
turn
I'm
up.
leaving Tuesday.
Oh, that's right.
But damn, yeah, I got some homies in San Diego too in the music, like bands, like small, independent, but like good bands. You know what I'm saying? That are maybe about to get signed and shit. You know, my homie's like really in the mix there.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin, dude, he's so cool, bro. And that might be a possible option for a spot for you to stay too when we go, because he's got this pop-up tent outside.
Mm-hmm.
He's super cool. He offers it to me, but it's not really my style. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather sleep on a fucking OB and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but he's super cool, man. And yeah, that would be fun to go like to check out a show. You know what I'm saying?
I think they're playing out here somewhere, or in La Quinta, or in Palm Desert. So
Bro, if they're out here
online.
before I leave, I'm definitely down. I got like 4 fucking days, but
How long are you gonna be gone for?
so I'll be back in March probably for the whole month, and then back in June. But,
Yeah, you're gonna come out. You're leaving during the good weather, coming back for the shitty weather.
well, that's the thing. I'll be gone July and August again. Then I'll be here for fucking September, November, December.
Oh,
again.
nice. So you won't be here for alright.
No, fuck no.
Shit, I wish I could leave.
Can't do that anymore, bro. That's so rough. That was rough.
I wish I
This
could
summer
do that.
was rough.
Bro, it's gonna be worse next summer.
Why you think that?
Every year we're breaking the previous year's record.
Well, yeah,
We're
that's a good
123 2 years ago, 124 this summer, and we're gonna be 125 next summer.
point. Hot.
And
Caliente.
our summers are getting even hotter. Look at it, we're in the middle of December, and I'm running the air conditioner. It's hot as fuck right now, ain't it?
That's kind of weird. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
That is kind of weird.
You see people out in tank tops. You know, it's 70 degrees right now in the middle of December.
Right. Kind of crazy.
Look at this lady wearing a dress.
Yeah.
People should be like wearing earmuffs.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, no, you're right. It might be a little more toasty next year.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, then I'll be back September, October, November, December.
Look at these people in shorts and tank top.
Yeah, we're overdressed.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Middle of December, shorts and tank top.
It's kind of cool though. I mean, not for the summertime, but for now.
Yeah, I'm loving this weather. It's perfect, 7 degrees. Actually, I want to lower this. The AC's not even blowing. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Yeah, I know, right? It's kind of not
creating
blowing.
noise for nothing.
Yeah, there's no wind with we're not going fast. But yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful weather.
Let me take this sweater.
Pretty cool little view too.
Yeah, we're definitely overdressed. Especially you. You gotta almost wear those same sweats too. Black joggers.
Black
Glad I
nights.
didn't.
I know, we look like we're trying. Gay! But yeah, bro. Thanks for letting me interview you, bro. I appreciate that, man. So what's what's next and all that, but
It's gonna be hard with the windows because you gotta get all that sound in your video. It's gonna fuck your
can we
video
put the
up.
back one on maybe? Back window down?
I think any winds, yeah, it's gonna create a fuck up sound in your video.
Our video. Yeah, bro. Oh yeah, I didn't really interview me, but this is cool for you if you want it. Yeah, bro. So what's next, Anwar? I know we're just trying to fucking stay above water these days. It's been a weird.
I'm just doing app development.
App development.
That's my new endeavor.
You know how to develop apps.
Yes, I've taught myself to develop apps.
I have an idea.
I can make it happen.
I'll tell you about it. It's like a physical and an app idea. I think it's a great fucking idea.
I can literally make it happen. My app I actually finished it yesterday, so now I'm doing testing. So I'm gonna be testing for the next couple of days before I launch it. But it's yeah, I can.
What is it?
I can't say, especially on camera.
Can't say, right? Yeah, I don't want to say my idea either,
especially
right?
not on camera.
I thought you might be done, so it's whatever. But no. Yeah,
I can tell you off camera, but
Yeah. And I'll tell you the same thing too. That's funny. No, same here, bro. You can't do that.
Yeah, but I can make any app. I mean, if you come up with the app, say I want this app to track my kid, send me their GPS location every 7 minutes, and I want to chat for them. Plus, I want them to be able to do this and order this at the same time and do this. I can do whatever it is. I can make that app work. I can bring any idea to life. So you got $1 million idea, saying, hey, this app would change the world, or this would change the way such and such is done, or change the industry. You got an idea? Shit, hit me up. I can make it happen.
I think I got a pretty good idea. Let's chat about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. So that's what's up, man. App development. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm going back to Florida. Never mind. That's not my interview.
No, yeah. Yeah.
I'm going back to Florida to fix a house or two. So that's what I'm up to.
Nice.
Yeah. But cool, man. Thanks, bro.
Absolutely. Have fun.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And Anwaar just gave me a fucking hour and 10-minute ride from my house, so he had to go pick me up, and then 2 days ago too, man. So
yeah, we're up to 5 hours drive time. They better have fixed his shit, or else I'm gonna have some beef with them.
Yeah, we're gonna have a problem. Yeah, they got a good coffee machine here if you want it.
Free coffee?
Yeah, bro. I fuck with the hot chocolate, but it's really good actually.
I'm just gonna back in. That'll be easier.
Yeah.
They're gonna try to sell me a car. Shit, put me in the
I
2024.
like Volkswagens. I do. I can't lie. I love my little Volkswagen. That motherfucker's
they're good cars,
clean,
dude.
Bro. It's clean, dog.
And they have Porsche parts. I mean, they're
a little expensive to fix, but
yeah, it's Porsche.
It's Porsche.
Yeah, pretty much. And you can use Porsche parts on your Volkswagen.
That's kind of what they use. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Love you, bro.